Makes a bit more sense. Boys, what we saying, man? So much shit on my desk. Gents, how we doing, man? So we just had a little bit of an update out of the UK. No news. The push of price wasn't news. It wasn't like a scheduled high impact news or a medium impact or a low impact. Well, it was actually a low impact, partially a low impact. But this is what he's looking at this morning on GU. It's running really nice until, for some reason, randomly, of course, when we're in the GU short, we have one of the cabinets go ahead and say, I'm back in Starmer. It pretty much takes political pressure off of Starmer, which, again, was one of the reasons why the UK was weak. Like I said yesterday, why the pound was weak was because we have political uncertainty within the UK due to Starmer, if he's going to stay in. But we had, what's his name? To his exact name, PM David Lammy. Yeah, Rouse flagged him as Senator Minister publicly backing Starmer, stay the course. So again, takes a little bit of political uncertainty off of the UK, which strengthens back at the pound, supports the pound. Again, still political uncertainty, I would say. It does shift price. And of course we've got to be in a position, don't we? Of course. It's not like we're in the EU or anything. I mean, I don't know who's in EU. I think we had the signal, but it stopped loss or break even. But again, at the same time, I can't really see price continuing up really, and that's not because of the euro strength. It's just because of where we are. I can only really see next targets really coming to the downside. And the reason why, boys, and again, I did a video on this yesterday. I uploaded it yesterday. It's called the internal and external. It's one of the best things regarding structure. But the reason why we won't really want to be long in here is because our next move shouldn't be to the upside, or not the fact that it shouldn't be, is that we have a higher chance of price coming down before going up. Of course, price is sometimes going to ignore those fair values, the displacements to the downside, and then come for the high. But the more chance and the best trade to the most optimal move would be if we did feel displacement to then go ahead and move up. So that's sort of, again, what we was looking at yesterday. Because yesterday we had the big distribution, so we was like, okay, cool. So we want to see New York or PM finish off with an accumulation, or preferably with a little bit of a retracement, so we can wake up in the morning and then look to long around the Friday 50. But the thing that made it hard was the fact that we just don't have dollar strength at all. And if we look at the dollar, we can see that it's still stuck in this little phase. Kind of is breaking this low as it kind of did, but we still want to see that retracement back up, feel some internal, then move. Make price a bit more efficient, allow us to actually move with a little bit more volume, where we actually start filling those displacement areas. But this is GU right now. I'll be honest, it looks like we're probably going to continue up just due to that political, pretty much a back off of the risk off market, which is massively favoured the UK, obviously. Let's get ourselves on TikTok as well, man. Let's get these links sent in. Let's get this in now. EG had the massive move down as well, and again just shows that pound strength through that political event. And then we also had Barclays some Barclays results, which are actually fucking unreal. So higher future profitability targets brings bear in mind this brings massive amount of credit towards the UK. A major UK bank committing to large returns. UK assets not broken. Trims UK risk premium intraday. So you start looking towards on a shorter term. The shorter term you start seeing a nice amount of credit towards the UK, which is fucking perfect. Banks earnings doing well. I don't think it was bank earnings. I think it was more profitability targets. Because I think Barclays came out and said they're pretty much pushing their profitability targets. Big shareholder returns, 1 billion buyback plus higher dividends support the stock, signal capital strength. Yeah, again, brings massive amount of investment from external countries towards the UK, which is brilliant. Again, towards our banks, what we're known for in the UK, mainly our banking, mainly our services. We're not a manufacturing country. That's why we import most shit. But we're a massive service country. That's why we bank a lot of countries. Let's get this in the announcements. Boys, how we doing, man? Phil, what's good? Tommy, Reactive, Ben, Brian, SC. Why are you live on TikTok? I'm just jumping on there now, boys. YouTube, boys, if you know YouTube always get like a 10-minute of me talking. Swear down. You guys, this is why you should get on the YouTube, man. Every time. Because one, I normally forget to go TikTok live for the first 10-20 minutes and start talking about the markets. But this is the streaming platform, bro. This is the platform. YouTube all the way, man. I'm jumping on there now though. Yes, sir. Do you want to load? Right, there we go. Bro. Do you want to get off my fucking screen? Brian, what's good, broski? Gents, how we doing, man? Let me share this. Void, what we saying, brother? How we doing, man? There we go, boys. Links all set in. Where is gold dropping to? Great question, man. Great question. Fuck knows, bro. Fuck knows. Like I've been saying recently is, with gold, if you're looking to long and it makes sense to your strat, don't aim for too much. Same with gold. The main reason being because we're probably going to be stuck still within this range for a little bit longer. Again, I'm going to refer back to last October when we had the exact same thing play out. We had the big distribution for gold, and then we saw it had the big drop off, and then what did we see it do? We just fucking flatlined pretty much. We just chilled, and then we started moving back up and then breaking the highs. So if I was you, all positions, I would just take care, and I wouldn't grab too much. Don't grab too much. Don't be too greedy with gold right now. There's times to be greedy. Yeah, we're in these large distros. Here's where we be greedy. Here's where we sort of manage our positions a little bit better and be a little bit more smart. Be on the ball. We're going to be very manipulative in this area here, and we say this all the time regarding institutional buying and selling. Every time we get an influx of retail chopping into the markets, institutions short. So exact same thing in October. So now they're just manipulating people because now we're at a low price. People are buying. Then they're going to manipulate people, and we're in a manipulation phase. That's the key point. I know we are accumulating technically, but this is where we're going to be intraday being quite manipulative. So this is why I would say just be careful, but take your profits where it makes sense. Liquidity levels, prior day levels, prior week levels. Like even the shorts from I mean, this is the thing. We've barely moved today. Now we've started to kick off. We do have news coming in a bit. But I did also want to say, now I'm on TikTok, I did want to say about the pound and the reason why the pound move up, because this is quite key. And I'm still weak GU personally at the moment. But the reason why we had that push up was we had, what was his name? Let me get it again. But we had someone in the cabinet. We had PM David Lammy. That was it. Pretty much come out and say that he is backing Starmer. He thinks what Starmer's done is good. He thinks I can't remember the exact speech that he said. I can't not recite it to you, but he pretty much was saying he backed Starmer, and that is pretty much took a lot of the risk, because the reason why we was weak pound, and I'm still weak pound, but the reason why we was weak pound because Starmer was possibly looking to leave Downing, which we all thought was going to happen, right? We all thought that was the move. So political uncertainty was high in the UK, as well as the possibility of bad growth, and some other data points, but mainly the political uncertainty with Starmer. So we're still weak because we're still fucking economically drowning. There's no doubt about it. But again, it does take a little. It does push the market, and again, it's annoying when you are in a trade, right? Because when you're in a trade like this, it's scary. And you're thinking to yourself, fuck, I need to get out, all I'm going to say, if you put stop loss to break even, bro, stop wearing fucking knickers, bro. If you put stop loss break even on this, idiot. Same with EG, I'd say. I mean, EG might have pushed down. I've not actually looked at EG. Okay, EG's continued to push down. But for GU, again, the UK is very, 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 very weak. Very weak right now. So let's take advantage of that. The exact same way how we took advantage of the strong dollar last week, we need to now take advantage of the pound. And again, look at the areas we're at, man. Friday highs above the Friday 50s. It's lovely levels to be shorting GU. And I'm not necessarily strong dollar, but I would say dollar needs a rebalance. But I'm extremely weak pound at the moment. Extremely weak pound. We're going to be cutting interest rates 2, 3, 4 times this year, possibly. I reckon if we do have bad growth, bad labour, inflation comes down, maybe. But I don't know if inflation's going to come down. It should do. Inflation is quite high in this country. But with just growth alone and labour, that is going to sort of push us to cut interest rates, because Starmer wants to really see lower interest rates anyway. And what's her ugly fucking face? Can't even remember her annoying name. What's her name? Help me out, gents. She's so worthless in my eyes that I can't even remember her name. Rachel Reeves. There we go. UJ Longs. And again, and I said this recently, boys, I would be very cautious of shorting the yen, because right now we are quite fundamentally strong with the yen, of what Hakashi's pretty much recently come out, the Japanese Prime Minister. I want to say Prime Minister. Do they use Prime Minister? I'm pretty sure they do. Let me double check. Because she's hawkish rates, right? She was bearish rates, but now she's hawkish rates, especially with the main reason why, because she wants to take the 8%, which once was the 10% tax of consumptions of drink and food. No, not Prime Minister. Japan. And that is obviously going to cause inflation. Demand's going to be higher for other things, other services. So that would probably drive inflation up just through that. Which, if you drive inflation up, you're gonna hike interest rates. You're gonna keep it for long. But I don't need to know a name. Oh, he's Prime Minister. Yeah, they do call it Prime Minister. Can you look at the dollar for sure, brother? What are you looking at for the dollar, man? What are we looking at, man? What we saying, broski? Christo, what we saying? Reeves is peng. That's a crazy take. That's a weird take. But that's essentially what's happened upon market. Not even market open, but we've still got retail sales coming out of the US, which is pushing us with a weaker dollar, which ain't great. Retail sales is coming down month on month. Core retail sales, which is the more important one, is also coming down by 0.2. Forecasted to come down by 0.2 on a monthly. Do you trade Nasdaq? I don't, bro. I literally just trade FX. Didn't take EU shorts off that Asia high swept due to uncertainty from me, and it played up nicely. It's played out so nice. And again, boys, we've come back to the market, and we need this rebalance. This rebalance is what we need. It's what we need. So that's why I think shorting GU is still great positions. You're bullish GU? Nah. Well, again, headlines right now is we're weak. Well, this is my currencies. This is my take. Because it does change on a day-to-day basis of what I would actually look for a trade. But right now, our strongest currency, so this is using the euro, the pound, the dollar, in terms of strength. The strongest at the top. So this is strongest currency, and then we're going to do the weakest here. The weakest is the pound. And mid, we've got the US dollar. This is essentially the consensus right now for price in terms of the main aspect of the week's play out. So today, obviously, we're probably going to continue to see we'll see EU move down. But bearing in mind, this move down is what we need to see price rebalance enough for us to go in and continue to long. And I did just do a video of this on YouTube. But we want to come and see internal liquidity get filled, either for fair values or just inducement levels, which we essentially done now. We've taken the inducement levels, probably going to come down to hopefully the Friday 50 into that low half of the equilibrium, and then aim for that external high. So then the internal can actually play out. So right now we're in the phase of internal. So the best thing to do right now is shut the fuck up and wait, to be brutally honest. We want to see the reversal point after we feel some form of imbalance to the left. We've taken this liquidity, so now we can see at what point price is going to reverse. Friday 50 would be the better level for me. I love the Friday 50. In terms of equilibrium on an intraday perspective, it is fucking top ranks. So we're just going to allow price to come down. This is exactly what we needed. And again, I think if you was buying EU, it's quite difficult. I think Apex should have had a little bit of a smaller TP for that, because we are overbought. Plus, there's nothing right now. I mean, the only thing that's sort of pushing us quite strong with the euro is the fact that the Lagarde is hawkish on rates. But again, we would see a huge displacement in price, which I think would be very difficult for us. Can you look at USD CAD? Of course, bro. What are you looking at for USD CAD? I mean, I still want to see the rebalance of the dollar. And yeah, it's showing perfectly on USD CAD chart. We want to really see a rebalance of the highs. We took the Friday low, which for me is perfect. All we needed from there was a trade through the 15-minute, which we did have. Very slow PA to the upside. Canada held interest rates recently, so yeah, they've kind of supported on their interest. But again, we had the trade through the 15-minute, and this is where you'd probably look to long from. Obviously, it's easy for me to say in hindsight, but the reason why is because once we take Friday low, we're looking at daily liquidity levels, right? What I use after we take daily liquidity levels is the 15-minute for structure. This is the most powerful time frame using against the daily after you're taking a daily level of liquidity. The daily level of liquidity we're using here is the Friday low. And now we started to have this move up, which is perfect. This is what we want to see. At this point here in price, let's go to the 1 hour because it's more of a 1 hour range. At this point here, let's just go back and look what we did in USD CAD. And I'm just going to do a short little thing because, boys, again, if you haven't watched this recent YouTube video I've just done and you still feel like you could do with a lot more knowledge on structure, this is something I've been using for fucking years and it's so strong. So strong. But let's take this range for an example, right? We see this, we're in a bullish range here. We just broke this high, so we're now in a bullish range. We broke this low, so now we're in a bearish range from this high to this low. Okay, we all know how high highs, high lows work. We broke structure to the downside, so now we're looking for price to really come back and fill somewhere within this area to then go ahead and continue down. So at this point, we've taken the external. Okay, tick. So now we look for price to come and take internal. As you can see, we push into this fair value here. So then we've got the internal, tick. What should we aim for now? External. So it goes internal, external, external, internal, external, internal. You can't really see that on the TikTok, but join the YouTube if you want to see the full chart. But this is essentially will help you so much more with structure. And when to know when price should really be coming to break the low. Because how do you tell? Obviously, we want to have confirmations that price has moved from here. And I would say you don't just use a 5-minute, you don't just use a 15-minute. There needs to be some form of area that price is coming to in order for you to go ahead and short. It isn't always just a structural change. We need to see price come into some form of level, or point of interest, we like to call it. And as we can see, we come into the last fair value gap on the 15-minute time, on the 1 hour time frame, sorry. Let's remove all this drawing because it's getting my fucking way. Once we come into that, we saw price then go ahead and distribute to the downside. If we drop down to the 5, I'm sure we see structural changes. Yeah, it's a bit annoying because we have this big structural range here, but we're looking to trade through this close 5, which then we did at this point. Actually, this was clean, bro. This was fucking clean, actually, not gonna lie. And then we obviously traded through that 5 minute. I mean, is it 15 minutes? 15 minutes gonna be the exact same candle. I've completely lost where we're at now. Where was we looking? I must have just been this row. It's just this range here. 5 or 15 minute, either one. 5 or 15, either one. It's the exact same candle. But we traded through that, and then what we saw once we traded through that, and again, breaking a low, seeing price come, fill the internal, and then you'd look to go ahead and sort of short from there, right? So that was a perfect short scenario. And now we're waiting for price to do the same thing, but instead of us now moving to have the reaction and move to the downside, we are still waiting for the internal to come and fill price. So right now, we've just taken external. So like I said, with this range here, you can barely see the candles, but you don't need to see the candles. We filled the internal, and then we broke the low, and then as you can see, we took that external. Once we took the external, now we look for price to go ahead and fucking do what? Come for the internal. So this bullish, so this move up that we started to make is perfect, because this structurally tells us we're going to come for the internal liquidity. Hopefully, preferably around that Friday 50, then we can go ahead and continue the shorts. So in terms of today, in terms of now for New York, I'd say long positions, but it's going to be a little bit difficult, right? It's going to be a little bit difficult. The effort is to the downside. The market is a seller's market, complete seller's market. So I would favour the Canadian dollar over the dollar, US dollar. But at the same time, right now, I would say it's the best time to get in. We've just completed external. Now we come to internal. Allow price to come to those areas, and we'll move from there. Mace, what are the grey boxes? Yeah, sorry, they're sessions, boys. Sorry, I've took all the colours off my chart, man, because I fucking hate it. I'm not gonna lie. And obviously, I'm at the point now where I know which sessions is what. It's quite blatant. But right now, just so you know, this is Asia. This is London. Okay. I'll tell you what, I can actually put on the tag, so it's actually a bit easier for you, man, to understand, even though I don't like too much shit on my chart. Sorry, bro, just got here. Could you go over EU and GU? Of course I can. Give me 2 secs, please. How do you get this good at fundamentals? Honestly, bro, just listening to Bloomberg every single fucking day without fail. And I'm trying to just understanding what the fuck they're saying, understand what an economy needs, and once you understand what an economy needs and all the problems that economies run into, or governments run into, or Congress, for an example, anything. I mean, the most important things in fundamentals is understanding fiscal policy and monetary policy, and understanding whether it's good for monetary policy, bad for monetary policy, or good for fiscal or bad for fiscal. And then you can understand how that's going to move the economy, and then you kind of start to understand what central, not really central banks, more governments aim to do in order to actually solve these problems. And then when you understand that, because more time in the economy, it's always a how do you put it? How's the best way to put it? There was a phrase I learned, but I can't actually remember it for the life of me. But in the economy, there's always one thing that's happening which is bad, and there's always a good thing. I can't remember the saying, bro. It's a very good saying I learned, bro. Fuck. Oh, that's going to bug me, man. It was a really good saying I know. How do I get the indicator, Mason 2.0? Boys, if you go to the Discord, literally text in the free chat, indicator, and you'll get this whole indicator. You can change your colours, so you can actually identify the different sessions. We've got the whole Friday 50, the whole Friday range, so Friday high, low, 50%. The whole of the prior week as well, prior week high, low, and 50%. Also got the DTO, which comes essentially with the DTO strat, and we've got all the sessions marked out for you. And plus this, I'll be honest, the only indicator you really need if you actually trade it intraday from like a liquidity perspective is the only one you're ever going to need. If you use session liquidity, prior days, prior weeks. Or if you use DTO. It's great if you just need sessions anyway. Because everyone should have the sessions marked out in their charts, man. Everyone should. Everyone should. Understanding session liquidity is great. Session liquidity is something that's made me a lot of fucking money, man. Let me send you over the link now, Chris. What did I do with it? It was in the membership. Question is, when did I send it in though? Is it in the normal announcements chat? I didn't think I put it in announcements chat. I bet I thought it was in membership. The mentorship chat, wasn't it? I was in the... No, bro, where the fuck is it, man? Oh, here we go. Yeah, right, I've just sent the link into the free chat, boys. Next month, Discord will require Face ID and identification. Well, what's bad about that? G's continue to move up. That makes sense. Again, the risk still comes through. Fuck you, whoever that fella was. Anytime, broski. You know the love, man. But again, this is why the best indicator I'm trying to view, bro. I use it every day without foul, bro. It's the bollocks, man. It's the bollocks. The 2.0 is better, Chris. The DTO is actually perfect. I think it's just a DTO. It's just a DTO that actually works on it. DTO doesn't really work on the previous one. It fucks up with time, and these sessions are a little bit more accurate as well. So yeah, the 2.0 is the fucking bollocks. It's the one you need, man. It's the one you need. Let's have a look at gold moving, because gold is moving nice off these shorts. And again, I feel like there is re-entries on that. We are moving off that detail and the Friday 50. You know what? This could be great buys, actually. Wait, let's actually see what price does around this 5. That'll be very crucial. If we close above, buys will be fucking perfect. If we just continue to close below that Friday 50, that's a massive test area. If we close below that Friday 50 with a little bit more resilience, then I guess price will just want to continue to the downside. We'll look for continuations off of that as well. What is Friday 50? PD 50 is the prior day 50. So essentially take the high of yesterday's day. Just take the high of yesterday's day in terms of PA, and then take the low, which is this level here. And then 50% is essentially your equilibrium level for the yesterday's price action. So if you trade from an intraday perspective, it is a great level to understand if price is overbought or oversold on an intraday perspective. I'll be honest, bro, with like the prior day, just go through, don't take my word for it, don't take anyone's word for it. See it for yourself, man. Go back test, go on FX replay. FX replay, I'm pretty sure you can have a prior day range thing. I don't know, just mark it out anyway if you need to. It's pretty easy on TradingView. But just go back and have a look how price reacts off the Friday 50. Because it is a really good, if you trade from an intraday perspective, it is great for an equilibrium level. It's one of the strongest confluences I use. And I'll be honest, I've used it for a fucking good number of years, man. And it is so strong. But don't take my word for it, bro. Go get some data yourself. But yeah, it's something I couldn't trade without it, man. Could not trade without it. Yeah. Right, let's go back to GU and EU. So right now, GU and EU, the problem with GU is I would have said I was sales this morning off detail. We had a lovely reaction, but we had the one of the what's his name again? I keep forgetting his fucking forgettable name, bro. It was the housing minister, senior minister, yeah, Steve Reed. No, David Lammy. Oh, there's actually two people. Steve Reed and David Lammy both said they're back in Starmer with the sort of situation he's in. So it takes massive political uncertainty of the UK, because that was one of the prime factors at the start of this week why we was weak pound, was because, well, yeah, the market is is looking at Starmer. Well, I say the market, but it is the market prices it in. But the market priced in that Starmer's going to start, I think, coming out of the Downing Street. So that causes massive political uncertainty. Even if you think that. And again, that is kind of why I was looking to sell the pound, and it was perfect up until the point that these two soppy homos. That can't be said on TikTok. I can't get off the app as well. That definitely can't be said on TikTok. Mate, wait, boys, if I ever, like, go live stream in front of the world or go on, like, a TV program, or if I do, like, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here or some shit, if I become a celeb at some point and I get to that stage, don't let me do it, bro, because I will probably be prisoned for some shit. I mean, that wasn't bad, because I'm trying to stop myself because I'm on TikTok. But I still can't do it, man. Just remind me. Just let me know. This better go on charge. What are we saying, boys? Gents, how we doing, man? Mate, any trades today? No trades today, boys. I had 2 trades placed at the start of this morning. I had EG, DTO, but price didn't come back to it. My trade was this. This was all on the pre-London as well. These are the 2 trades we was all looking to take them. I think some people got in the GU. Did anyone, who got in the GU? I mean, it was peak if you got to hit a stop loss, because the only reason why is because those two... Nice, you've not learned your lesson. Those 2 fellas, Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy and Housing Minister Steve Reed, pretty much backing Starmer, saying, I want to see what they actually said. And then we had Barclays earnings come up really well, so it's great for the UK when we've got great bank earnings. Bank earnings, bank's profitable targets, shareholder returns they announced, and a multi-year return plan of 15 billion distributed for the next 2 years, next 3 years, sorry. But this was my trade for EG. Price didn't come back to entry, so I cancelled limit, hit TP before we entered, so cancelled limit. And I also had this GU, which I actually took off for the only reason that I thought price ran as well. This was the trade. It was, no, stop loss was this high. I thought price was going to run. It got to this point here. I think my TP was Friday 50 or something. I can't remember when. Actually, I've got it on my phone, boys. 2 seconds. Let me just see what entry I had. 2 seconds. I had this entered on one of the accounts. Let's have a look. It's going to show me my cancelled limits. Yep. Stop loss was 3918. Yep. TP 435. And then entry was 36821. Yeah. So this was the trade that I had, but cancelled limit. It was running really nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy I did cancel limit though. I mean, that is some news that I'll be so honest, you can't predict. If you predict that, then bro, you must be inside trading. But yeah, those 2 bastards coming out saying that is kinda, it's took all the risk off the pound. Well, not all the risk, it's still political uncertainty, but it brings the risk off, right? And then those Barclays earnings bring a bit more of a bit more of a risk sentiment towards the pound. So a lot more overseas income, or mainly through investing. But yeah, that's why I'm really happy with the pound. The pound's bullish at the moment off the back of that, sort of those recent headliners. I don't think we're going to be bullish for too long, to be honest. If I'm being so honest with you, I think we're going to continue back down. I don't know about the rest of today, but we will. What's risk on and off? Risk on and off. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, bro. I mean, you're looking at it from an investor's point of view, right? What is risk on and what is risk off? A risk on asset is normally, or the risk on, you normally frame it as an asset, is stocks. Is when the market is essentially favouring stocks and currencies like the pound, the euro, stuff like this. A little bit more risk. It's essentially the shift of a risk sentiment. So if the market is more risk off, then you kind of understand that everyone's scared to put their money in stuff that moves gradually. They'd rather put their money in stuff like safe havens, the dollar, gold, other precious metals, bonds, government bonds, US bonds, UK bonds, German bonds, French bonds. I don't think they call it bonds. I think it's bonds over in France. But you get my point. The market shifts from favouring risky assets to non-risk assets, which shifts the market. If the market is risk off, it pretty much means the market is uncertain. Traders aren't really looking to put so much money into stuff that will make a lot of money, more to hold their current capital. And again, understanding risk on and risk off is key, because if you can understand when the market's risk off, you understand what's going to boom. So when the market's risk off, dollar's going to boom. So we sell EU, we sell GU, because we know the dollar's going to boom. That is the exact reason why we shorted EU the whole of last week. That was the reason why we shorted it, because we was risk off. This week, we were a bit more risk on, but still massive political uncertainty. The reason why we're a bit more risk on is purely for the reason that we think we're going to be cutting those interest rates out of the US. We've not had great data. Inflation at the back end of this week is looking to come out about 0.2% below previous, which is not great. Forecasted to come out, when are we coming out? Thursday, I think? It might be Friday. But it doesn't look good. If inflation drops, then I think it would be a good reason for Powell to go ahead and cut interest rates. I think we've got a... Have we got a meeting? Have we got... Does Powell have one more? Does he have one more meeting? I think he does. I think he's got one more. Because he's got a March meeting. Yeah, and I think he ends in May. Let's have a look. I can't actually remember. Let's have a little look. If you're in a TikTok, boys, what you saying, man? Nats, what's good, bro? James Bond, bro. Friday pre-Londons with the BE will be the end of us all. Yeah, man. That's when we start getting arrested and shit. How do you know if it's risk off and on? Because, you start seeing it in the markets. You start seeing the dollar come up. You see bond prices come up. You see bond yields go up. You see gold rise. You see the stock market go down. But not only that, is understanding whether... that's one way to see it, right? You start seeing it by that. But the best way to actually see if the market is let's just say it's going from risk on to risk off. Is let's just say we've got political uncertainty in the UK, which we have. We have political uncertainty in the EU economy. Let's just say this is all hypothetical. It's not saying it is. Some of it's true, some of it ain't. EU has a weak economy. Political uncertainty. They're looking to cut interest rates. Not even cut interest rates. We're uncertain about what they're going to be doing. Same with the US. So if we're uncertain with that, then the market is just going to move on to risk-off assets, because there's no real understanding of the monetary path. And the monetary path is key to understand. And what the monetary path is understanding interest rates, inflation, growth, and labour. Understanding all of those monetary points is key to understand where an economy is going. If all those points are uncertain, you're going to find it hard to see that currency move. And that's when we move to risk off. But then we'll favour the dollar. And this is why trading GU, EU and EG is so fucking good. Because those three massive economies, not the three biggest economies in the world by any means, but the dollar is a risk off asset, which is great. The euro is kind of both. The pound is way more risk on, definitely, 100%. Euro's got good growth numbers, has done for years. They've got low inflation, low interest rates, so their only real path for interest rates should be to the upside. So realistically, I think Euro's a good place to invest in right now. Anywhere in Europe is great to invest in. Interest rates are only going to go up, so I think it makes sense. So, as they say in London, Allahu Akbar. Any good fundamental courses or channels? Fucking here, bro. Fucking right here on this fucking YouTube, boys. This is the best place for fundamentals, man. This is better than Bloomberg. This is better than any of those motherfuckers. All you need is to ask me. Ask me, boys. Just all you gotta do is ask me. Give me any economy and we can go over it. Don't give me like fucking Zambia or some shit. Is that even a country? My geography's not great. My economics is... Bro, I got stopped out and went straight to my TP. No, what was that on, Di? What was that on, bro? Oh, that's jarring. I can't trade. Why can't you? What do you mean you can't trade, bro? What do you mean by that? EU sells. That's annoying. What, I'm assuming, where did you short from? Japan. Well, Japan economy right now is is actually doing pretty good. The things about Japan, it's very weak. The currency is very weak, all right, because it's a massively what's the word, bruv? What's the word? It's a big divergence to the dollar. It's a big divergence to the US economy. But one thing I want to say right now with the Japanese economy is, they are looking to cut out the 8% consumption tax. Right? And I've said this for the last few days, but I'm going to say it again because this is so key to understand why the yen basket is up 2%. A lot of people are going, "Oh my god, the yen's up 2%. Why is it up 2%?" I fucking said this yesterday, boys. I'm gonna have to say it again. They are dropping the 8% consumption tax, which is massively the reason why inflation stays low. Okay, because they don't spend on other shit. They don't have money to spend on other shit. So that reducement of taking rid of that, getting rid of that tax, allows people to use a lot more services within Japan, especially Japanese people. So you're going to see those a lot more Japanese companies earn a lot more money, which is great. You probably see if you go on Kospi, I bet they're doing. So, just look right now. Just look on Kospi. Which is the top 200 stocks in Japan. How are we doing? Boom, look at us. Look at us. Look how we've opened for the fucking day. Exactly what I mean. We're booming in stocks right now. Why? Because we know inflation is going to get driven up by services demand increased by the drop of the 8% consumption tax. And this is going to drive interest rates up. What are we doing with the... Well, what about bonds? Bonds down. Bond yields down. I mean, bond yields in the UK. I don't think anyone invests in Japanese bond yields bonds, to be fair. I think it'd be the most weirdest investment. It'd be a very strange investment, man. My entry is the 30-minute on EU. I want to learn what all the news releases actually mean, how they affect things. Harvey, I've got a video in the mentorship, bro. I swear you're in the mentorship, man. In the 2020, in the end of the 2024 mentorship, boys, I've got 4 videos, and it deep dives down into sort of the high impact events, and understanding how they cause a shift in the market to the currencies, and also how interconnected markets are, how that works. Essentially, how is there a divergence between the stock market and the interest rates, or inflation and the stock market, or currency and stocks, or bonds and the currency, or bonds and stocks. Understanding all those are key, boys. Because then we can start getting signals from different charts. I can look at the bond yields, if that's telling me one thing, and I know that, say the bond yields are going down, and I can understand that more time we've probably seen a tick down in inflation, and then we are looking for lower interest rates. Then at that point, I understand why we have I can use the bond yields coming down, so I can understand why it is actually being priced into the market. If so, and if that is the follow, I would look to go ahead and short that currency, whatever it may be, if they have a tick down in inflation and cut interest rates. That's exactly what I would want to do. But I'm using the signal from the not only from inflation for another high impact news. I'm also using the bond market, which again is key. If you look at bonds and bond yields are coming down, the most likely reason for that is because the central bank is looking for a cut of interest rates, and that is what the market is pricing in. What I mean by the market is all the traders, all the institutions, all the banks. That's what they'll be pricing in. Your current view on GJ. GJ, for me, current view would definitely be sells, 100%. The main consensus for GJ would definitely be sells. 100 million%. We've got a weak pound, strong yen. Weak pound, strong yen. Weak pound, strong yen. We want to short that bitch. Entries look difficult, to be honest. But yeah, you want to short this fucker. I was in longs on EJ, 184, got stopped at break even. Yeah, again, boys, the yen is strong. It's going to be difficult. Again, I can definitely see why you're going for those positions, because we're coming to low areas, we're taking low liquidity levels, but they're not really liquidity moves. They are main market moves. But I totally understand. But we're strong yen, and I'm completely, I just want to see price really... Oh, this is I wanted to go on. Oh, that was a weird vibration, bro, on my phone. But yeah. Boys on the TikTok, how we doing, man? What's good, brother? What's the most tradable pair today, Mace? Good question. It depends what your strategy is, right? But I'll say the pair that's moved the most today is definitely... The thing is, the problem with that question is we've had a complete curveball midday with the pound. I would have either said EG or GU. But because we had the curveball with the pound coming bullish, I can't really... Whoa, bro. I didn't even fucking see we traded through that. I didn't even know we traded through that. Holy shit. Yeah, gold could be horny as shit for longs. Mind my language. Already come. Fuck, how have I just seen that, bro? How have I perfectly seen it at the time where I'm perfectly like 2 seconds too late and it's bounced off it perfectly as well? You motherfucker, bro. Oh, man. We're going to pop this on the chart. This is what we wanted to see. We saw the trade through of the 5 minute and then a rebalance of a 5 minute, which is perfect. We see how the reaction goes. We're looking for essentially the reaction of the Friday 50, pretty much. That is what we're looking for. Euro USD is EU. EU looks promising today. What would you be looking for? I'll be real. For right now, I would say sells is the position. Really, mainly sells up until we sort of actually take an internal level. Let's look at this 15 minute. 15 minutes crucial because again we're sort of using the Friday range here. We're not really using the 4 hour anymore. Pardon me. Is that CRT I see from afar, blood? No. Daily? Let's also a bit of CRT. No. Yeah, was anyone in GU, man? Because that's it's so unlucky, bro. That's so unlucky. Because again, I'd say the move still would play out. Like we're still weak. We're still weak on that dollar. Just got in gold shorts on a 5 minute order block. Nice, bro. We'll see how it goes with gold, man. It could definitely go either or. Best episode of Talk Sport today. Simon Jordan absolutely rinsed any Aluko. Let me try to find it. I need my ADX line to reach 25. What's ADX? What the hell? What's that right there? I'm in GU from pre-London DTO. Are you still in? Junior, where's your stop? Where's your stop loss at, broski? Got in GU like 20 minutes ago, looking decent. What are you in, TN? Are you looking at GU short? Indicate. Oh, okay. What does it actually indicate there?
They go into attacking your identity. Those are two different things.
On your identity, Eddie, do you view yourself? There's a lot of comment on this on social media. Do you view yourself? What do you say to people who say you're a DEI hire?
I think it's racist. I think it's extremely racist to reduce somebody to the colour of their skin without an assessment of all of the qualifications that get them the job.
What the fuck is this conversation actually having? You see buyers on gold, I see buyers on gold.
It's by a criminal court to say that, by the way. So you've got to be very careful when you say that to a black person who can reel off a bunch of qualifications to do any job. And listen, I've not done any job on the basis of my identity. I've always been the person that can back it up.
It's not racist. You've gone against DEI hires. It's not racist. It is not. No. It is not racist.
What is she saying? What is she saying is racist? Yeah, buddy. But aye, nice, broski. Love that, man. Junior, much better stop loss, bro. Love that. And let me get back on GU. And let me put that stop loss in. Nice, bro. We moving as well, man. What did you say? 36979, yeah. Okay then, this one, nice. Nice 2.5 to 1. Lovely, Junior. Surviving that little UK news as well. Euro. Euro's got to come down a bit, bro. If are we talking the EU, or are you actually genuinely asking just about the euro? Mate, so USD, looking at euro and dollar news is enough, right? Not really, bro. Nah. Yeah. Well, yeah. It is. But this is the reason I like GU and EU. The reason why I say trade both, because you're gonna get the pound and the euro are very, very similar, and sometimes when you have dollar bullish and euro bullish, you can't trade. But sometimes when you have that situation play out, you've also got pound weak, so then you can trade GU shorts instead of EU shorts or longs. You'd be trying to pick which one to do, and effort would be in both areas. So you'd actually, in terms of you would much rather have trade GU and EU from that perspective. She actually thinks she would replace people like Ian Wright because she's a black woman footballer. Wait, I'm confused though. What does she think? What does she think's racist? How and why are you going short? Short on what, bro? GU. We're weak on the UK and pound. We're weak. On GBP and EURUSD. EURUSD, I'm not really weak on the euro, but we just need a rebalance on the EU to come down and feel internal. So I'm not necessarily weak euro. I'm only weak for this New York session really, and PM session. But I'm ultimately looking for price to start reversing up after we come and grab the internal of this left leg which we took, and then I'll be looking for the external to get swept. So just looking for the internal move before then we go ahead and aim for that external really. USD CAD, I did just explain USD CAD, similar thing to EU and GU. We want to see price retrace to continue to retrace up. The 15-minute gave us a really good trade to the upside after taking the Friday low, looking at daily liquidity level and a 15-minute structure level. Trade through, continued back up, perfect. Now we're just looking for the slow momentum to continue. It would be nice if it continues in the slow way as well for a lot of effort, but we want to see price retrace back up. If we go on the 4 hour, you can see currently we've already completed the external move. The 1 hour might be better. Going on the 1 hour, right? We broke this external after fitting internal. So what is our next move? Coming to internal, wherever that may be. So we're just monitoring price, allowing price to come up to the area it needs to come to, and then when we look when price is in a premium enough area, we'll go ahead and look for the shorts. How would you know the pound is weak? For the economy, bro. I mean, right now we've got massive political uncertainty with the UK through Keir Starmer. We've also got, by the looks of it, very weak growth metrics coming out at the end of the week, which is not great for the pound. Many reasons. Labour's not looking good as well going into Feb. So yeah, the UK is weak. Plus we're weak on interest rates. We're quite bearish. The last MPC meeting we had regarding interest rates was very split down the middle. So essentially what that means is we are dovish on interest rates, which means we've got more chance of cutting interest rates next time than we do pausing or hiking. And the reason for that is because data is not great. And we are uncertain if the UK can actually continue with some form of growth. Last month's growth was alright, 0.3%, which was an increase from the previous, but this month is now looking at only a 0.1% increase, which is essentially a drop of increase, if you know what I mean. So it's not great. It doesn't show mad improvement. Damn, I don't even use news like that. Bro, you need to use like that. If you want to know the real market bias, you have to use news like that. I promise you. Do you swing trade? No, I don't, bro. I'm intraday. But yeah, knowing news like that is crucial. It's so crucial. Is it 1:30 already? Oh, it's 1:30 already. Right, are we weak? Yes, we're weak dollar, boys. Very weak dollar. Wow, that's even worse than what we was expecting. That is horrible. We're very weak dollar now. We're going to see the yen absolutely boom. We're going to see the yen boom. Those GJ sells are going to be as selly as ever. EJ, UJ, those shorts going to continue. Strong, again, what we were saying earlier, was going to get that weak dollar news. Which, again, makes it really fucking annoying for price, because realistically now we're going to see price commentate its externals, which is pretty shit. We didn't really want to see... Bro, does my pen want to work? Why's my pen not working now? What time frame do you use? I use a few, bro. I'll go through my time frame alignments in 2 seconds. Let me just restart my trading view. But I use something called time frame alignment. So I don't just use one time frame or 2 or 3. I use 2 depending on the time frame. So I use one that's based on liquidity, and then I use one that's based on the structure after we've taken that liquidity. So for an example, if we've taken 4-hour liquidity, so in other words, if I've come and taken, let's just say, a Asia session high, which is mainly a 4-hour range, then you're looking at the 5-minute for the structure. Okay, it's going to be the optimal time frame. If we take daily liquidity, like prior day high, prior day low, or something like that, or a daily candles, another daily candles low or high, that looks like a nice reversal point. Then we'll look to the 15-minute, and then we're going to see the structural change in price. And then that's our sort of that's our lowers, and then going towards our more macro time frames. We've got the weekly, we've got the monthly. We connect the weekly up with a 1-hour time frame, and we connect the monthly up with a 4-hour. And you see that's a full whole spin. Okay, so this is how I do my time frame alignment. This is my lower to higher, and how I use on the left hand side liquidity levels, and on the right hand side essentially structure time frame. So I've got a time frame for liquidity and a time frame for structure, and these work best understanding where price should really go, because these structural points are great. The only reason I know is purely off data, boys. I've been trading myself for over 6 years now, and I've noticed the 5-minute is the best for the 4, 15 is the best for the daily, 1 hour is best for the weekly, 4 hours best for the fucking monthly. And I can assure you that, again, don't take my word for any of this shit. Go back test it yourself. Go find out yourself. You can. I'll be honest. You're never really gonna fully take my word for stuff. I can fully understand that. I wouldn't personally. I mean, I didn't. But always test it yourself. If you hear something, you think you've learned something, always test it yourself, man. Don't take my word for it, because you're going to get to it, you're going to try to place a trade, you're going to be a pussy because you don't know if it's right or wrong, and you don't definitively understand if it's right or wrong. But once you definitively know it works, then go ahead and trade it, right? So I'd say, don't take my word for it, test it yourself, man. Put that work in, put that time in. Bearish retail news, very weak for the US. That is going to drop inflation a little bit as well. Realistically, if we do have less demand for retail sales, which pretty much price is shown, then that is going to drop inflation. If we drop inflation, we drop interest rates. So this is why it's weak for the dollar, boys. Not just off the face that we have bearish retail sales. That will trickle down. That will probably have a bit more, a bit of a part in playing for inflation coming down. And again, what we're looking for inflation at the end of the week. 0.2% increase in the US. This lower retail sales makes perfect sense. We got lower interest, we got lower retail sales, we're going to have lower inflation. So that, for me, sets in stone that inflation is going to come out lower, and that is going to set in stone that we are dovish on interest rates, where we're probably going to cut interest rates at the next meeting, if not the next, the one after, with a new chair. Please analyse CAD CHF. Want to know, is my analysis correct? Of course I can, bro. My strategy is liquidity sweeps, fair value gaps, fib entry. Nice, bro. I trade, from a technical standpoint, I trade quite similar to that. Mine's Asia liquidity grab. I use the for me. What do people call it? I don't know what people call it, but it's when you have a 5-minute trade through, and then you look at price to come back to that IFVG, or the 5-minute after the 5-minute trade through. Depends on the situation. Depends if we're DTA or ALG. I don't know what people call it. People have got a name for it, but I can't remember what people call it. CAD CHF. Let's have a look at CAD CHF. So right now, one thing I like to say about the two economies. Canada are currently holding interest rates. Again, Canada not a great economy really. Again, it's one of those things against USD CAD. It's kind of always a buy. Right now we're selling because I mean the dollar's not strong, and we've got the divergence between interest rates. Canada have kept their interest rates the same, which kind of supports Canada a little bit. So Canada, I'm kind of a little bit strong. But on the flip side, the Swiss franc. Okay, something to know about the Swiss franc. This currency comes from Switzerland. Switzerland is a safe haven fucking country, pretty much. The banks are safe havens. All the big players in the world, all the big banks, all the big people you know, all the big names with loads of fucking money have their name in Swiss banks. Swiss is a huge safe haven country. The Swiss franc is a safe haven currency along the side of the JPY, alongside the US dollar. So these currencies here are always really going to move up in risk-off markets. Right now, we risk off kinda because we still have got uncertainty with the US, with the UK, and stuff like that, and we favour assets like the Swiss franc. And the Swiss franc's been doing great recently, especially because the dollar stepped down as a safe haven currency because we had political uncertainty from the US. Let's go. Sorry, am I on CAD CHF? Perfect. So, where's the market going? Down. Down, 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 down. CAD CHF is a bearish chart. It will always be. It's like the fucking Nasdaq. It's mainly always a bearish chart. Okay, and the main reason why is because the Canadian economy, or the Canadian economy isn't great. It's never really thriving. It's no real growth. They've lost a lot of ties as well. The most recent years, especially with US, their biggest helper of their country, pretty much. Massive tariffs were put on them. Uncertainty, inflation rose. Didn't really even. So that's kind of why they have to keep their interest rates the same, because they're. I'm getting belled. That is why interest rates rose, because they saw inflation, or stayed the same. Sorry. But the Swiss franc has always been a strong currency. It's a safe haven currency, but political uncertainty for years in most economies. That's why the Swiss franc's been massively favoured as a currency. So I'd always say sell. Sell's your best opinion, but do you sell now? No. Why? Because we've just taken the prior day low, prior week low. These are levels that you don't want to sell at. These are very low levels. This right now means we are in the discount. Now let me tell you something, boys. If you right now notice that, let's just say your Rolex watch, right? Let's just say this Rolex watch right here is on discount, right? It costs less. The demand for it's dropped, so the price for it is dropped. Let's say it's dropped by £50. No, let's just say 150 quid is dropped by the standard market price that you can sell it at. Not market price, but the price you can sell it at. So you're losing 150 quid essentially. What would you do? Would you sell it? Or would you wait and allow price to come back up and rebalance to the point where you're now in the premium? And now instead of losing 150 quid, you're making 150 quid. Because price has gone up. Let's just say you bought the watch here. Yeah? You're going to wait. You're going to chill. You're going to sell it when it's at the right time. Right? Exactly the same as you would do in any other market. Not just Forex, not just stocks, not just fucking futures. Every market, retail market, luxury market, everything. The same way that we would go in, if I look at insurance, I'm not looking to buy the best price. I'm looking to buy the cheapest one, really, but with the best stuff on it, right? I'm looking for the best deal. I'm looking for the best deal. This is what trading is, looking for the best deal, looking for the best price to get in at. Understand the market consensus and then get in at a good price. How banks traders have traded for years, and especially what they did on the trading floor and New York Stock Exchange, is they knew if there was weak or bullish on a currency. They knew that. If they were weak or strong on a currency, they knew that. Currency or stock or whatever it may be, or the housing market or whatever it may be, right? You can pretty much bet on anything nowadays, and back then. So they knew what they're going in for. This is why what they're waiting for is they're waiting for a good price to get in at. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for that. They're waiting for that because they know where it's going. And how they know? Through fundamentals. They don't know because of some chart. They know because of fundamentals. And this is the way to trade. It's one of the real ways to trade. Technical analysis is fantastic and all for getting entry, and I swear by it as well. I think technical analysis is great. But without having that understanding of fundamentals, you're really going to lack. And when people talk about edge in the market, man, the only edge you need is fundamentals. That is the edge. That is the edge. Right? People think the edge is maybe a golden concept or understanding maybe psychology. No, it's not. I swear to God, the edge is fundamentals. That is the edge. Why do you think the institutions always constantly are always looking at fundamental news? Why are they looking at bank earnings? Why are they looking at inflationary situations, CPI, PPI within an economy? Why? Why would they do that? Why? Why? If all you could look at was a chart, why? Because it's the reason why the market moves. That's the reason that they put their bets for sells or their bets for buys. Understanding that is key. That is the edge. What the edge is having something that other people don't have, right? That's exactly what institutions have over the retail head. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't know data. They don't know the context. They just don't know, man. They don't fucking know. And that is why people get bent over and creamed in. That is the majority of the reason why. Well, they don't have the edge of fundamentals. Look at Nas clear short position. Are you short stocks? I mean, I'll be quite bullish stocks right now, low key. We have taken Friday high, so actually no. Wow, actually no. Short term sells could be great. Yeah, short term sells could be really nice on that actually. Could be really nice. Do you trade futures then? Safari. How did you learn fundamentals? A few ways, man. Luckily I knew a few institutional traders that sort of told me how the markets actually fucking work. And I did an economic course on some website I learned ages ago. And I've always learned economics really. Economics is saying it's always just fucking. As soon as I started trading, I wanted to learn more about actually how money works. And going through how an economy's run is the best way to understand how money works. Where can we learn? Boys, if you really want to understand fundamentals, right, the few ways that I did it, and the few ways I say to people now, is watch Bloomberg on YouTube. It's free, doesn't cost a fucking penny, right? Let's go on my YouTube right here. I'll make it smaller so you can see it on TikTok. This is my YouTube, right? Literally type up Bloomberg, right? And every single day, for the whole day, they are live. Going over loads of economical things. Loads. Some of them are just based on earnings of companies, which is key to understand. Alphabet seeks £11 billion from Swiss franc bond sales. Okay, well that is, again, something good to know about the Swiss franc. If you traded, whoever that was about the CAD CHF, this is good to know. I mean, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I would say look into it. I mean, I don't trade the Swiss franc, so it's not really touching me. But Alphabet, actually, that might be important for European, that might be important for US stocks. But why is that? Is the question. So, sorry, anyway, Bloomberg 1. 2, PRQ suites. Here you're going to get loads of headline news. You get routers news, come at you daily. Let's just make this big. Let me zoom out so you man can see my setup. PRQ suites, right? Again, another great website. I get routers updates literally minute by minute, every 10 minutes. FX Market, Forex Live, these are some great platforms to actually understand a little bit more about the fundamental markets. And then we've got PRQ with their standard pound news, dollar news, euro news, and gold news. This is what I look at every day. And then we've obviously got Forex Factory, which we look for the actual high impact events of the week. And one of my fucking one of the fucking best tools to understand is ChatGPT, boys. You have to prompt it the right stuff. I'll be honest, I wouldn't just try and find out fundamentals through ChatGPT. But if you need to work out something, like let's say for an example, you've been told inflation's coming down, and then you might hear me say, like for an example, like what I just said earlier, if we see inflation drop, we're probably going to see interest rates come down as well off the back of that, right? So you would probably ask it, prompt it, chat, why does a weaker inflation cause the interest rates to come down, and how does that cause traders to go to the bonds? Why are the bond yields coming up? And you start understanding why this shit works, and do it every day, watch it every single day, take it in, and just continue, and just, fucking Bloomberg is the way. Watching Bloomberg right now because of you, bro. It's the one, man. It is the one. My sister actually works for Bloomberg as well, believe it or not. Cool little fact. Boys, well, I've not been playing songs this whole time. One of you man need to tell me when I'm doing this shit. EG sell now. EG sell now? What's the reasoning, Corey? Coringer? Dubai is shaping up nicely. Junior's still in. You done with 9 to 5? What do you mean, sorry, bro? Well, have I left work? I haven't. I've been working for my own business for the last 3 years, bro. I've been full-time trading for at least 3 years now. I'll put it this way, bro. I'm live every single day. I'm live every single day for New York session without foul. And pre-London. 6:30 to 8:30, I stream for the members. 12:30 to 3:30, I'm on live for New York. And again, boys, YouTube, main platform for the streams. Main platty for the streams. You want to come and sub to the YouTube, this is where the serious viewers are. TikTok's the place where essentially you just find new people. But this, if you really want to stay, keep on getting into these lives, maybe get some live trades, understand fundamentals more, mainly understand fundamentals more, because all of you guys can do that. I mean, even me, the thing is about fundamentals, it's not something you just learn, it's something you learn, but you still have to keep on going over data and news, and it's not great, but I promise you, boys, if you really want to edge in this market, you're going to have to go over that. You're going to have to start understanding fundamentals. So I 100% say, boys, jump on there. Plus, we're live on London session. Lugo's live for London. Bad USD news, awful USD news, awful retail sales. I think buyers in EU, GU makes sense. I would say more EU because I'm longer in EU. And again, this was sort of the fair value. Was it the... Oh, this is the 10-minute. Okay, we might not be coming back. Hopefully we do come back. Hopefully we do come back. Do you trade futures, and why is every ICT trader going to futures? I don't trade futures, bro, and I'll be honest, I don't know. I mean, this is the thing that's wrong with people. If you think you're failing at trading, and you think the reasons because of the instrument you're trading, you're a fucking idiot. And I promise you're gonna be chasing your own tail for the next 3-4 years. So you realise you just got to fucking learn fundamentals. I'll be honest, boys, that is it. The reason why people go to futures is because they're far too lazy to learn fundamentals. That is it, I promise you it. Normally, the only people trading futures nowadays is fucking children. It's like 18, 19-year-olds. Because they can't be bothered to fucking learn the fundamentals. And they're not making money. Most people aren't making money with futures. Because people... weirdly, technical analysis plays out good with futures. But people still forget to understand that fundamental is key in the future market. It's fucking key. It's still going to move price. When you think the futures of the Nasdaq is going to change independent to isn't going to change if we cut interest rates in the US, or do you think S&P futures won't go up if we see retail sales boom? Of course we fucking will. That's how the market works. So. I'll be honest, it's because people just think futures is better, which, I'll be honest, is just a silly thing. There's no market that's better than the other, man. Futures kids just sit on the 1 minute time frame and trade, and bro, that's literally it, isn't it? Bro, it's because they're lazy people that have never been able to gather data, and they don't believe Forex is a good market because they're pussies. Forex is the heaviest trading market in the world. You know what moves markets is fucking volume. That's what moves markets. FX has the most amount of volume it has on a daily basis in any other market. Trillions of dollars get traded through these markets daily, lads. And it's regulated markets. LARP. You gonna have a serious conversation with me, or are you gonna keep saying that? Leon, let me know, brother. Let me know if you're a grown-up or a little bitch. Have you ever placed in 1% ACG account, bro? Have you ever been placed in 1% ACG account, bro? What do you mean, sorry, money? Stop loss will be gone. Gold. We're moving, lads. We moving. I'll send that to the back. Moving alright. 1% restriction. 1% restriction. I'm confused. I haven't, bro. I'm not even too sure what that is. What, 1% restriction? What do you get restricted to? 1% of what? 1% what? Payout? Well, directly so rude, you must know you ain't no shit. Right, again, I'm going to ask you, are we going to have a serious conversation or are you a bitch? Just give me yes or no question. Just give me yes or no answer, please, brother. Do you buy shaping up nicely? What do you reckon, Vish? Meaning 1% risk per single position. Oh, bro, you should risk 1% anyway, man. If you're on a funded account, risk 1%. Don't risk 2%. You should always risk 1% anyway. Per single position, yeah, risk 1% anyway. Don't risk 2%. If you're on a funded account, man, stop trying to fucking get greedy and get a payout. It's all about sustainability. If you can't sustain your account, stop fucking trading, or go back and learn more. What's your take on EU buys right now, bro? To be honest, especially after that weak dollar. Mace isn't gold ranging. Gold is ranging, but this is why we're only looking for a fucking. I mean, what even is this? What even is this? We're looking for a $40 increase. It's a very small intraday trade. Gold is ranging, 100%, bro. That's why I'd say to everyone, don't place gold. Well, someone did want me to have a look at gold, and this is what I was looking at. Again, weaker dollar makes sense for us from an intraday perspective for gold to move down a bit lower. I'm going to ask that fella again. Leon, do you want to have a manly conversation, or are you You're lucky I can't say it, pal. Please analyse CAD CHF. I did, bro. What are you looking at for CAD CHF? What is your trade? I don't know what your trade is. So, mate, so we buy an EU. Very, very risky, boys, but I like the looks of the buyers in EU, I'll be honest. I do like them. Honestly, if you are placing, it's completely up to you. I'm not placing anything, just so you know. I don't trade New York session. I do not hate the look of this, though, especially with what we've just got out of the US. Plus, ECB strong. We're hawkish on interest rates. Lagarde was saying recently that we are essentially going meeting to meeting now. Now we're more hawkish on rates than dovish. And again, that's a divergence with the US and with the UK. So I favour the euro currency over anything. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what your name is. Ikaki Dano. Whatever your name is, bro. What is your trade? Can we buy EU and set TP Friday higher? Do it then. Just fucking. Why wouldn't you place it? Tell me what the worst thing's gonna happen. What's the worst that's gonna happen if you do? We should stop being scared to jump in positions, boys. What the fuck is the worst that's gonna happen? Scared money don't make money, but what is the worst that can happen? What, you lose 1%? And you get to understand why you lost. And maybe not make the same mistake again. If you do lose. That is the worst case scenario, you're going to lose 1% and learn something. Like, the worst case scenario, if you're a dickhead, is if you just lose 1%. But worst case scenario, you lose 1%. I say worst case, depending on where you're at with your trading, worst case scenario is winning. Worst case scenario, if you're a beginner trader and winning trades, worst case scenario is winning. I promise you that. It sounds weird, sounds fucking strange, but if you've been trading for a decent amount of time, you'd understand. I'm sure there's people on this YouTube that would understand me when I say that. But what's the worst that can happen, bro? There's no... Just place it. Just don't think. Place it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Understand why you're wrong. And fucking don't... If you're right, you're right, you know? That is it. Start taking risks. Again, scare money don't make money. I'm going to say it again, bro. Why do you not trade New York, bro? Honestly, just... I've always traded... Worst case scenario, plus $1,000. I don't trade in New York, bro, because I've always traded in a London session. My strategy is purely based on a London session thing. It's Asia liquidity, right? So it's purely based around Asia liquidity. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense for me to trade New York. Plus, in my opinion, you only really need to trade New York or London. I don't think you need to trade both. I think if you trade both, you're sort of forcing it. There's no need. And again, a lot of people do end up over trading, and they have two strategies, one for London, one for New York. And I think it's just a bit silly. There's no need for it. You can make enough money in London session. You can make enough money in New York. No need to trade both. But that's why, bro, because I'm a London trader. I've traded London for years now. Greedy if you trade both. I agree, man. I fully agree. I don't think there's any need to. No need to. We should take on Bitcoin, man. If I'm being honest, man, I fucking hate crypto. What do I think about Bitcoin? I think it should fucking go to the fiery pits of hell, man. I think it's just going to continue down. I don't really see no upside potential. I mean, normally when the dollar is a little bit uncertain, we actually do see Bitcoin rise up. That is a divergence we do normally see. But I'll be honest, bro, I'm not a crypto trader. I don't look at crypto. I'd say crypto is massively an investment thing, either a trading thing. The markets aren't regulated, so it's a little bit more difficult to fucking actually short-term intraday trade it with no leverage. I think yeah. I don't like crypto personally. USD CAD. I went over this. We're looking at shorts on USD CAD. We're more bullish on the Canadian dollar than we are with the dollar. And the reason for that is the divergence between interest rates. The US are looking at a potential shorts of the a cut of the interest rates due to that inflation coming out at the end of the week. 0.2% decrease. That is meant to be a percent sign, by the way. And then Canada actually left their interest rates. I think about 2%, which I think. Is it 2%? 2.5? I can't actually remember now. 2.25, sorry. Same as New Zealand's 2.25. They kept their rates quite medium term, which is great. So I'm massively weak on UCAD. I would say shorts are the most desired areas. Desired positions. In terms of getting in, it's difficult because we've just grabbed that prior day. We've not only grabbed the prior day low, we continued lower as well. And like what I was saying just before, is we took the prior day low, we traded for the 15-minute, and then we saw price move up. This is perfect. And what we've seen price done, just fucking collapse, and now come for the external. Like what I said, it's the best move to get in. To be fair, I'd say this has jumped down way too quick. I did want to see a much more of a better rebalance towards the Friday 50, towards a little bit more within this area here. I'm shorts CAD CHF. Shorts CAD CHF is a big thumbs up from me, broski. That's a big thumbs up from me. I'm also short that. Where are you trying to short from though, man? The only annoying thing is it is already low price. EG buys look good. They do look good. And I want to buy EG because I don't like the look of the UK at the moment still. 15. Don't look great though, man. I don't know what it is. Don't look great. You know what I don't like though, man? It's the news move that drove the dollar down. Drove the dollar up. Fuck you. Drove the dollar down. And then we had that pound news that drove the pound up, which obviously drove EG down. And now we was in that big efficient leg. So even if we are bullish, which we are, this looks weird. This looks really, really weird on my chart. Is that we're at a really shit area to actually go ahead and buy because this whole leg here looks like a rebalance. And we've got all this internal and we blow Friday 50. So we could even continue off of that if the buyer stays with that weak dollar. But I reckon we're not weak dollar, sorry, weak pound. But I am bullish EG, but I just think, yeah, this range here just isn't great for it. But it comes to a nice low area, which I agree. I think long in EG here would be great. Just for me, entries might be a little bit difficult, man. Might be a little bit difficult. Alright, hopefully EU comes back down. Hopefully gold just goes ahead and fucking sees. See us later, isn't it? What is that, 2.3? Looks like bigger than 2.3. By the way, boys, if you're on a TikTok, come jump on the YouTube. This is where I mainly stream over. Handle's just that up there. Richesse effects, boys. Yeah, it's kind of sus, man. That's kind of sus, brother. This is the channel, boys. That's us streaming right now. Go sub in there. Are you looking at the same position, Vish? Tell you what, the DTO's been a fucking brick wall to it though, man. Is this your position though? 50-minute IFEG on EG. Did we have one? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, nice. So we'll just see if price trades through or continues off it. We'll see. Oolong's looking good. I kind of agree. It's just getting into them. Getting into the problem. We was looking as soon as price closed above this fair value. See this blue candle here. As soon as that closed above, we was looking to essentially buy right back off the IFEG. But as you can see, price has sort of just continued up, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, you guys look nice, but it's just getting into that entry, and yeah, it's a little bit difficult. Gold's having a painful time, so the dollar can also come higher to the Friday 50. I don't think it will now. Not off the back of that news, boys. Not off that retail sales. It was looking bad. It came out fucking worse. We've got inflation at the end of the week. That looks bad for the US. Thursday. No. Wait, when is the inflation? Oh no, it is Friday. I was gonna say, bro. I thought it was Friday. Yeah, Friday we got it coming out where we got core CPI. We got core CPI coming up by 0.1 on month to month, which is all right. But then we got CPI year on year, which bearing in mind is a much better consensus of inflation, is popping up from 2.7 to 2.5, which actually isn't bad because, well, it's bad for the currency but good for the economy. Why? Inflation's coming down. It's good. People spend more and it's great. Good for businesses. Stocks are great. Plus you get to cut interest rates, so. Refinancing rate is cheaper, which is great. Great for businesses, great for stocks. That's why you'll see stocks boom, dollar weaker. And, yeah. Wait, why is Lagarde doing a speech on Saturday? 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. That has got to be the most backwards way of saying 4:30. But also, let me add, do you not have like a geezer, Lagarde? Like it's Valentine's Day and you're doing a fucking speech at 4:30. Fucking hell! Someone G her for God's sake. Someone have their way with her for God's sake. You don't think EU shorts down to Friday 50? Nah. Just off the back of what the dollar just done, bro. I can't see it happening. BPTC and R. Thank God for the abbreviation. The way I read that, I was reading it thinking, what is that? As soon as I read it out, I just knew exactly what it was. You're a real G if you know what that is. You actually meant to put the T first. No, you actually did it wrong, Josh. I just realised. It's actually... Boys, how many people on the YouTube know what this stands for? How'd you do the and sign, bro? This is it. I think it is, isn't it? Hey, Kaya, do you know what this means, bro? You should know what this means. I don't know how to do the and sign. What does the and sign look like? That'll do. It's absolute bars, exactly what it is. Did you say me? Oh, sorry, bro. I meant someone else. I meant Kaya. I don't think I can on TikTok, Vish. Can't really sing this one out in front of the class, but we'll keep it for a lonely old pre-London, yeah? We'll keep it for that, bruv. 3.2 up to the Friday 50. Get some tunes on. I've said that like 3 times as well. I haven't put any tunes on and just continue to not because we've been discussing the charts. Give me a tune, Josh. Give me one, bro. I put my full trust in this dude with music. Are we chopping? What do you even mean by that? Are we chopping? You asking me? Are we cheating? What, me and you? Fuck no, fucking no. Fine. If you really want it, bro. Did you see the Super Bowl? Wait, what do you mean? Did I actually like watch the Super Bowl? I have to say no. I've got a penis, and a tidy, comfortable pair of testicles. But no, I did see like the Bad Bunny and shit and all that stuff. Club Mirage, bro. Oh my days. I'm assuming you're not asking me, like, did I actually go? Like, did I actually watch it? You think United Strand will cut his hair today? I think he will, bro. No, of course he ain't. Lions! No way we're losing today. Let's look at the lineup, boys. I'm a West Ham fan, so I think that cunt's going to keep. Getting mace, not really a word you can use on the whole site. TikTok, yeah? Sorry, boys, I had to temporarily pause you. Minor technical issues. It was a technical one, I can assure you. Let's have a look at the lineup, man. Honestly, I favour West Ham's chances of Man United. I'm not biased because I support West Ham. I honestly reckon we have Man United, especially at home. I would actually rather play United at their ground. Actually, no, I wouldn't, actually, to be fair. Fuck that. It's a shithole. Fuck, imagine our players having to go to Man United, having to go to Manchester as well. That is insane. Not allowing my lovely players to go to that shithole. Who's from Manchester in here, man? Put your hand up if you've got like fucking like 3 arms. No lineup, bro. No, not the lineup, but like who we've got, because I'm pretty sure like who's injured and because I was told this morning by some fucking prick named Fletch, I think it was. No, who the fuck said that this morning actually? Someone said Somerville got 5 yellows. So he's not playing against United. Here we got predicted lineup actually. Let's go after predicted. Can I get the lineup and not? Okay. That's not what I wanted. So predicted Manchester 11. Fuck man, I just want the West Ham one. Fuck man, yeah. Wait, why did you show me the West Ham lineup? Why the fucking just the Man United one? Sadly, EU's ran. Nah, my bad. Why you say fuck me for? Why am I not getting the West Ham team? Mate, who cares about Man U, man? They're a fucking scum club. Nah, but I like the West Ham's chances against them, man. And we're fighting at the moment. Our players are on fire. No, he didn't get a yellow last game. I didn't actually watch the last game though. Watched like the first half, I'll be honest. Second half, sorry. I was playing golf, but I was watching the second half. Not the last game, sorry. No, I didn't actually watch the last game at all, actually. When did we play last? West Ham ain't got a chance. Shut up. Fuck you, Monts. Fuck you, mate. Who do you support, mate? Here we go. You know what I mean? So you've got to be some fucking dirty club, like some club I wouldn't even wipe my pussy with. And yes, I've got a pussy. Fucking Chelsea or like Man U or Arsenal. You're going to be one of those disgusting clubs. What one are you, Montana? You one of those fucking... Well, you Spurs, that's like... You've kind of even worse as well. Who do you support? Come back here, you. Thanks for Signal. I love you. I love you too, my boy. And I mean that in the gayest way possible, man. United and Bradford. Oh, mate. That is fucking disgusting. You support Man United and Bradford? Mate, I feel bad for you. I'd rather be a West Ham fan. We've not won a thing pretty much. I wouldn't even count the Conference Cup. Not won a thing and fighting relegation. Anyway. No, I'd rather support Bradford over Man United. 100%. Yo, Fanny boy, you like Tottenham? As soon as I support West Ham, mate, what do you think? What do you think? I don't just not like them, mate. I fucking hate them. I think the worst club for me is Chelsea. Fuck Chelsea, like for real. Like honestly, fuck Chelsea. I hate ya. Hate a lot of ya. Even you, Fletch, especially you, bro, and Mem. Like, do you know what I mean? A couple. Sorry, it was me. Yeah, I thought it was you, mate. Little prick. Why you say fuck me for? But yeah, for me, Chelsea's the worst club, man. I think they're disgusting. And then Spurs after that. Somerville's gonna play with the lot. Bro, Somerville's gonna piss on the lot. Somerville pisses a lot. Do you know what I mean? Bro, I've got honestly, I've got us in this one, man. I support this. We got it, brother. I heard fuck United, I'm in now. Fuck United, man. I swear you're Liverpool, innit, Shane? Proper Chelsea, mate. 2-0 down and you bottled it. Fuck off, you prick. Fuck you, Marlo. I'm assuming you support Chelsea then, you prick. Bro, that gets hard. Nah, Marlo, I'll get it, man. Of course, my man, how you beat them? Yeah, trust. We got them, don't worry, man. We got Man United in a fucking... We got them in our fucking socks, mate. We got them in our socks, in our pockets. I got a few of them in my butt. This is one you said, Josh. This is a little bangers, mate. We're finna be relegated, man. We ain't getting relegated, man. No way. Up the Chelsea. Russ, when was the last time you made love to a man? Was it like really recently? So lucky on EU, man. This is a fucking banger. Did I miss entry on goal? You tell me, bro. Oh, for this, yeah, you did, bro. Entry was at like 20 past 1. It was like a good nearly an hour ago now. So look for Price come to the Friday high. We had this all on the live, by the way. No way you lot are cooking with Nuno. Things we're not even cooking with Nuno. We just got a few players who are actually playing well. This is West Ham for you, though, man. We're getting relegation battles often. This isn't anything that's. This is the thing. This is us. This is West Ham. Sadly, this is us. We fight relegation pretty much every year. There's been like a few years where we haven't, where we've finished like mid-table. That's mainly because Bearman have played shit. But this year, everyone's sort of done kind. But this is why I'm not worried at all, because the points between like us and fucking like 10th is like fuck all, man. Piss all. I reckon Spurs are dead in trouble, mate. I think Spurs are in more trouble than us, personally. At least we can fucking win our games, somewhat win our games, our last games. They're gonna be in a fucking. They're in deep shit. Like, I bet we'll finish above Spurs. I bet we'll finish above Spurs. Any dirty Spurs fans in here that I need to fucking have a talking to? If it ain't Arsenal, it's gay. Yeah, that's a hot take, bro. Gold TP, all from the stream, boys. All fundamentally based. Weak dollar, this is why we're long in it. Not up the chin, bro. It's a little banger, in it? Little songy. Fighting for Champions League for dear life. Yeah. Magnum's all around with this TPG, man. Check EU, daddy. You know what? I want everyone on TikTok to now refer me as daddy. Unless you get on the YouTube. On the YouTube, you can start calling me Mace. In other words, boys, get on the fucking YouTube. But EU's already pretty much hit TV. It's such a banger. I don't want to turn it down, but I'm going to have to if we're going to speak. Hopes I made Spurs in the championship, yeah. Imagine that, Spurs in the championship, man. That would make my year. I wouldn't care where we come. Mate, I don't care. I kind of do. I still don't want to get relegated, but if we survive the relegation battle and Spurs go down, oh mate, life would be so good, man. Life would be almost complete. It would be complete. This year would be great. I mean, that is for me one of the wishes of this year. That it could definitely still come true. 100%. Defo. Imagine Spurs in the championship, man. How great would life be? Mate, life would be great. Come on, goal. We'll have that continue. Continue up, little bastard. Come on. Come on. How much do you think UJ can drop? Quite a lot, bro. Like I said, the yen should be bullish off of the back of that dollar news, and the dollar should be weak. So, if you're in positions now, just continuing. Take out when we start losing. Millwall could come up. Nah, Millwall won't come up. Millwall won't come up. And plus, bro, if Millwall do come up, we're gonna fucking kick them right back down. Let's have a look at the championship table, actually. Championship table. Let's have a little look. They're fifth. They're fifth, and I'll be honest, I really don't think they're going to make it. They played more games, didn't they? Yeah, they've got 24 teams, so they must play, what, 45 games? Am I being an idiot? No, that doesn't make any sense. 48. They played 46 games in the championship, is it? Is that what it is, 46 games? So they've still got a lot of games ahead. So maybe. I don't think they will, though. That's when I'll start watching. I'd actually go to. That's actually when I would go to West Ham game. Because I said to myself, I'm not going to go. This stadium is pointless. It's so pointless. The heart of West Ham is fucking gone from the stadium. But if Millwall do go up, I will go to every Millwall West Ham game next season. Well, there is only going to be 2. I'll be going to both. That would actually be live. That would actually be 30. But I don't want to be playing them in the Championship. I want to play them in the Premier League. And again, imagine seeing Millwall in the Premier League. Yeah, it was literally about 25 years ago they were in the Prem. They've been down ever since. 2000 to 2001 was the last time they were in the Prem. The last time we was in the Championship must have been about 15 years ago. When was West Ham last in the Championship? I want to say about 15 years ago. 2011, 2012. So it's about 15 years ago, 14 years ago. 2011-2012 season. It's now 25-26 season. Okay, a bit less than that. Yeah, about 23-24 years. We haven't been in the championship. No, bro, am I alright? About 15 years. We ain't going down. West Ham ain't going down, please. Nasdaq shorts. Would you go Nasdaq shorts? Again, I'd say Nasdaq longs. Especially after a weak dollar news. I'd go long stocks. Because it pushes our pricings. It pushes us weaker for the currency due to we're looking at lower interest rates, and that's why the Nasdaq would push up. Lower interest rates, Nasdaq it thrives on because most of the big companies in the US do use bank loans, do loan their money from the banks, use leverage. So lower interest rates they favour. So that's why stock market does well. So I would say you'd probably be more looking for longs. Mate, so what's your prediction? What's your Man United prediction for the game tonight? And will United Strand get a trim? Definitely not, bro. West Ham are winning tonight. 100%. 100%. My prediction, score prediction. We're desperate. Mate, so I'll send you £20 on TikTok tomorrow if West Ham win tonight. You haven't got to send me money, bro. You haven't got to send me money. If West Ham, I promise you, we're winning tonight. We are definitely winning tonight. Put my dick on it. You know what? I will literally put my penis on it. Sadly, I can't shake anyone's hand right now, but I'll be putting my penis on it. That can't be it, can it? Who's it? Can't find it. Tell me, chance. I played Tell Me about chance after. I can't find it. Voted. I don't think I found it, bro. It's not coming up. Tell me chance after. Oh, by chance. Oh, after that song. Fucking hell. My bad, bro. But it's going to be our biggest test since Carrick has come. We struggle against small teams away. Yeah, you struggle against West Ham. That's what I'm saying. This is why... And West Ham thrive in games against United. They thrive in games against, like, Chelsea. Sadly, we didn't come home with a win against Chelsea. But, bruv, we was 2-0 up. I mean, the team played shit. We didn't even play well. We didn't deserve to win. That's why we didn't win. But... Mate, in this battle now, we've got fucking players pulling their socks up. We're actually playing bare well. So I like my chances. I like my chances against Man United at home anyway. Regardless of a relegation battle. But now a proper... Like, boys, we're winning, isn't it? Like, this is pretty much analysis for the game tonight. We are winning. 100%. Mates, can't thank you enough for the YouTube lives, bro. Showing up every day with you two. Just proper elevate my psychology and understanding of the market. Marlo, my fucking family, bro. And I can assure you, my man, we're going to be live streaming every day for fucking the next few years. Minimum. So we ain't going nowhere, bro. We're always going to be here, man. Any questions you man got, feel free to ask, man. Do not hesitate. On live or off live, man. You man know our socials. Yeah, EU's hit TP before coming back to entry. Let's see how gold does. Gold's in, looking for that Friday high sweetener. Yeah, we will see how it does, lads. I'll probably jump off in the next half an hour though, because I think this is the gold's the only thing we're looking at. So we'll allow it to come out. Oh, we've actually still got 2 meetings with Pal. We've got March and we've got April. I completely forgot about April month for some reason. So we got 2 more meetings from Pal, which is nice. I really like our chances tonight. Really like our chances tonight, man. Right, Volted, who do you support, bro? I wouldn't buy a GCAD. I wouldn't buy the pound against any currency right now, to be honest, bro. Oh, is Mace a West Ham fan? Yeah, I'm a West Ham fan, bro. How is their leap going? I've not placed anything this week, bro. I'll be honest, I've been so focused on FX market right now, just trying to get this bias. I haven't actually placed anything. So I'm still at like 31%. Where am I? I'm 50th now though. We're still at the same percent. We're still at 31% for the month. But I'm not gonna keep looking at that if I'm not in full understanding of the FX market. That would be absolutely silly. I mean, the leap challenge, even if you win, you only get $3 grand, which is fucking awful. So it's not my sole focus right now, bro. I'll come back to it when we've actually got a little bit of a nicer bias and I can stop trying to find the bias for our currencies. And only then. Is it good to sell GU from current price? I wouldn't sell GU right now. Mainly because of the dollar. I'm going to get this off now. But mainly because of the dollar. Might as well put all your money on Spurs losing tonight. Trust. Who do Spurs have? They've got a hard one, haven't they? Well, this is their easiest game, and they're definitely going to lose. Newcastle, yeah. Safe in a golden 5, just formed. Are you looking for the buyers up, bro? Shy approach. You play golf, man. Nice, bro. Do you post golf shit? If you do, I'm gonna drop you a follow. I doom scroll golf, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'll follow you regardless, man. Have GUTP on Asia High. Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win the Premier League? I can't say Arsenal because I would fucking. I mean, I'd rather no. Honestly, man, if I'm being brutally honest, and I don't want to say this, but Arsenal have got such a good chance to win it this year. But then how many years have we said that? How many years have we said that Arsenal have got a good chance to win it, and how many times have they actually won it? So I don't know, man. They have just as good chance as they've had any other year, really. There's not a lot in it. There's still not a lot in it. Arsenal still have to perform in every game they play now. Six points clear. Harriet, what's good, man? Yeah, goal for my respect. Come on, my boy. Yeah, for buyers. It's a little late, I would say, bro, if I'm being honest. Because, bearing in mind, I'm not looking to I'm not super long gold. The main reason why is because the reason I'm gold short term is blatantly because of that weak dollar news we just had regarding retail sales, which is going to lower interest, which is going to, obviously, is the reason for the lower. Today is over, I agree. It's going to lower inflation, which we know we're going to get at the end of the week, which is then off the back of that, going to lower interest rates, which would favour gold as a safe haven instead of dollar for the time being. So short term, I love the look of gold buyers, but again, we're still within this range, this range here, and I think we're just going to continue ranging in this until we actually have a catalyst that moves us out. The exact same thing we had in October. I'm going to show you October. With a complete wrong year. Where the fuck is it? Moving on to 15. Here it was. Oh no, it's November. I thought it was October. I bare thought it was October. It was October. You just had to move to the side a little bit. So this is what happened in October. The exact same thing we're getting now. We had a massive retail pile-up of gold, massive shorts off, and then we literally just fucked around within this range, as you can see, for fucking ages. And we finally broke out in December after pretty much just pissing around in this range for ages, and then we had the full expansion again for gold, and we had the catalyst and the reason that we was going to continue to move up. We didn't hold the bearish move, that's why we continued up. Right now, gold's in a very similar scenario. We had the massive sell-off, and now we're ranging within this market. So I'd say the market doesn't really have a great bias right now. I'd say I would still desire buys. Buys would be the most favourable positions. But yeah, still be very cautious in the area we are in. Nonetheless, we look great on this EU, this gold. This gold we had all on live, by the way, boys. Entry was on live. Blah, blah, blah. He's still not coming back with a proper conversation with me, Leon, so. Fucking Miss TP. What's that on, Nate? Sebo, sweet, my family. You know the love, man. Time frame. This is on the 5 minute, bro. Trade off the 5. 5 minute trade through 5 minute entry. Natty, you know the love, bro. See you tomorrow, man. Mill comes in response to the modest rebound in the US dollar while declining US dollar treasuries. 100%. That's why I'd favour gold buyers in the market of the sell off of the gold, sell off of the dollar, sell off of the bond yields, lower inflation, lower interest rates. 100%. Strategy: Asian liquidity grab, bro. During London session, that is my strat. GU, oh fuck me. What was it for? What, for the longs? Oh, you're right. I'll continue that up, man. I think you're right. You're good, buddy. You're good. So you buy us a solid London, man. I can't lie. 1%. Nice, bro. Nice. Nice. That is annoying about EU. Did anyone get in at EU? New York sesh. Mace. Mace, you're looking good, bro. Like, is that the first thing you're gonna say to me in this stream? Appreciate it, bro. Looking healthy. Oh, okay, that's better. Cheers, bro. Appreciate it, man. Mace, see you tomorrow. Natty, you know the love, bro. Put your YouTube link in your bio. I need to do that. I'll do that now. I've got another phone. Actually, I'm not logged in. Let me do that now, boys. 2 secs, man. 2 secs. Can I do that? I don't think I can do that. I'm going to have to pause the live shortly, boys. I'm going to do that. 2 secs. I'll add my link in or not. Download Lemon 8 to add a link. Mate, who do I kill? If I put it in like that, does it do it? No, it don't work. Wait, how the fuck do I do it? I'm gonna have to download this fucking weird app. Why should I hold EU to the higher time frame highs? Shouldn't. You can do, bro. You definitely can do. But we're moving off like quite short term news, and we've got high up. I booked 150 pips, mates. Yes, off what, bro? Where'd you get it off, Bilal? Why? Yeah, haha, I did join earlier and say, oh, you did. How we doing, man? We good? So, is this how I add my link? What's your pronoun? Man, what do you mean, what's my pronoun? Why does that even matter as well? Fuck you. What is this lemon 8? What the fuck is this? And why do I have to do it to have a link? Wait, what the fuck is this lemonade? And why does it direct me to there every time? So you can't add a link in your bio anymore? Mace's pronouns Euro USD. Mate, I'll put it out my fucking TikTok bio now. That's fucking perfect. On my days. Pronouns. Pronouns. Euro USD. That's fucking hard. I like that, bro. That's fucking brilliant, mate. Right, boys, I actually can't do it. It doesn't let me put my YouTube bio. It doesn't let me put my link in the link bit. But the YouTube is Richard. This is the YouTube. But yeah, if you know how to do it, let me know, man. Because yeah, I've been meaning to do that, but I've just gone to do it, and it doesn't actually let me do it. But this is the YouTube, boys. This is where we're pretty much live every day. GU long, yeah. Only really short term. I've seen for once though. Wait, what do you mean, sorry, KG? When I go to put it in, it just tells me to add a lemon 8 link, which is fucking weird, bro. I don't know what lemon 8 is. I don't know if they've changed how it works and shit. Has Lou got it in his? Has Lou managed to get it in his? Yeah, Lou's got his link, bro. Why the fuck can I not add a link? He's got it there. Hold on, boys, 2 seconds. He added website. Can I add website? Where's your Lambo? I parked outside your mum's house, bro. I normally just leave it outside your nan's crib as well. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did leave it outside your nan's crib. I gave him mine for 2 weeks. Yeah, mem. Oh yeah, mem. I left it at my man's nan's gaff, by the way. Where's your Lambo? Where's your decorum? Bro, can I add a link or no? It's just saying lemon 8. Whose head do I cave in? Yeah, just let him know where it is, innit? Because I actually can't remember. Jalilov. Cool name, by the way. I've either got to have 1,000 followers or a registered business account. So I just don't have the followers. Wow. Boys, go follow the TikTok because that's a violation. They say they ain't got enough followers, bro. They said MMFX doesn't have enough followers. That's crazy. Yeah, boys, it says I can't do it because I need 1,000 followers. Hey, bro, CRT LP done 4 hour. LP, what chart are we talking about, bro? I'm gonna jump off in the next 15 minutes, boys. So if you've got any questions for me, feel free to ask now. Gold cooling off a little bit off the back of that dollar. Mate, this guy better answer because we need to know where your Lambo is, bro. Shane, you know the love, bro. Blowing bubbles tonight. Adios. Come on, my boy. Hope you're all watching it. We're talking the Discord about the game, boys. When it's on, just after 8. I think it's called past 8 kickoff thing. TikTok is banned in my country. Sad. No way. Where are you from, Lord? You've definitely already told me this, and I definitely should know this because you've definitely told me more than once. Well, boys, make sure you follow. Yeah, KG, I was gonna say, make sure you follow, bro. Apparently need to get a K for subs or followers, whatever it is. It's a bit of a vibe. I know, man. I need my limbo soon. Not gonna lie, I need my Lambo. Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's my bad, though, bro. That's totally my bad. Should we hold this gold trade? Whatever you want to do, Ben. Again, scared money don't make no money. I'll say stay in it. I mean, we're losing a lot. We're going to start losing a lot of volume now. But 3 to 4, we'll probably see gold come back with volume. So, wait, TikTok's banned in India. I see Bear Man making food with their fucking toes and that, bro. I've seen Bear videos come out of India. Half of my TikTok algorithm is India. Or is that not India? Massive calling off of gold. God. Yeah, you taking Friday high. That's gonna have to be a cancel limited TP anyways. That was actually a very nice swoop. We annoyingly don't have a 5-minute fair value here though. Everything is banned in my country, bro. Well, Taku, where are you from, bro? Roblox is banned in Turkey. It fucking should be. A lot of weird, creepy shit happens on that app. You want to defend your youth. You got to ban Roblox. Not even like put parameters around it or regulate it a bit more. Just fucking ban it. I mean, when has Roblox ever been fucking good for someone's head? At least if I play FIFA, I know how to manage a Premiership side. Do you know what I mean? Like a top-class form side. If I play COD, at least I know I can go to war and fucking do man in. At least if I play Siege, at least I can be quite good at close-quarter encounters. At least I could be a little bit more SAS-y. Do you know what I mean? Or if I play like a, let's just say like a retail tycoon sort of thing on Steam, at least I know how to run. To be fair, I'm pretty sure they got that in Minecraft, don't they? Roblox is full of creeps as well. That's why don't you play it, Mem? Hey, Mem, don't you actively play Roblox, G? Memla is the #1 creep on there. Most of the wrongdoing on that app is because of Mehmet. I'm studying in China, but country of birth is Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, man, shout out. Yeah, China, there's a lot of stuff banned over there, man. They ban it for the good, really. A lot of the stuff that's banned is actually good. Actually, is decent. Whoa! Nothing's really come out to cause Price to do that, though. Yeah, nothing's come out to cause Price to do that. Yo, we're flying down, though. My exact reason of why I'd say you don't really want to be in gold at the moment because of it. This is very unlucky. This is gold, LZ. This is very unlucky though. We were very close to TP. But again, we're really rangy, hence why it's still high risk with gold. What's that, Sam? What's that on? What was on GU shorts? I actually really like GU shorts, but it's just this is GU. But it's annoying that we just don't have the trade through. Isn't it, Kamal? What the fuck happened to gold, bro? I can't see any real reason why it's done that. Let me just look on PRQ quick. Yeah, not much is really happening. Not much is massively happening. Yeah, G looks hot as fuck. It's just very late for the position. Yeah. Why don't you just not come back to entry? Yeah. Can we survive the fucking turmoil, though? Can we survive this whirlwind of a trade? Whose anal's clenched? It's a weird question to ask, I know. Thanks, I got 100 pips profit and came out from gold. Yes, Bilal, nice. Nice, bro. This is a fucking tune, furthermore. Anyone else think it's an absolute banger or what? Hey Josh, what's good, bro? That is good. A bit of salsa. Again, boys, I'm jumping off in like 9 minutes, so make sure if you've got any questions to ask me now before I jump off. Be back on tomorrow. But feel free to ask any question, no question stupid, man. I guess you were right to say that the buys are short-term news, 100%, bro. It's the same with the shorts. I mean, it's all short-term because we're so rangy with gold at the moment. That is like the gold sort of consensus. I mean, it's the exact same back as back in October when we had the same thing happen October, November time. In sales from 5067. Fair play, duty. Yeah, we was running nice. Nearly hit the high. Nearly hit the Friday high, which was the TP, but just fell short of it. I mean, on gold, that's not that big of a move. It's just because we've barely moved today that looks like a big move. But like, that's not like a weird move from gold. Like a driven move from gold due to fundamentals. So close to stop loss, almost a joke, man. EU's a little bit more difficult, bro. We really took Friday high, like we took sell side liquidity and buy side. I'd rather sell EU. I want to see EU come down. We didn't actually break above the high, we just swept the highest liquidity, so I like the chances of us coming down. But that dollar news is very fucking weak, which isn't great. If we continue up now, we pretty much ignore all imbalance of what we made on Monday, which I've really wanted to see price come back into for the favoured positions, really. Realistically, that's what we want. Earlier you said we must understand fundamentals. Does that include COT, maybe ETF fund flows? Partially, bro. Partially. But I'm talking more monetary policy. So I'm talking more inflation, labour, growth, interest rates, and then more fiscal policy as well, which is a bit more. Fiscal refers to a bit more of like the political side of the economy. That's what I focus on. Song sounds awful. Can't really tell actually. Why the fuck did this song come back? I've no clue why. This was a banger, but I don't know why this song ended up coming back. And Bonds as well. Look at Bonds, Taku. Mate, so what are you planning to do on your Cotswolds trip? Look, I'm not too sure what we got planned, bro. I actually can't remember what we got planned. I'm not good at planning shit, man. I'm just good at doing it. Do you know what I mean? I'm good at doing the shit and paying for stuff. I'm not good at planning shit, man. I literally couldn't sleep the other day thinking of this song, lol. What? You know what, our song's just way better than this. It's sort of the same vibe. I think Trippie Red's better than Louise, but personally. But this 1400 freestyle is still probably one of the hardest things I've ever heard from Juice, and it's probably one of my. This is probably one of my favourite American like rap tunes. I think this is a joke. Please God, this song's been so rinsed. It has been rinsed. Trippie Red or Juice? Juice all day long, man. All day. Fuck all shoes. For what box? For GU? Oh, gold. Don't worry about it, bro. You didn't put stop loss break even like a pussy, did you? I got my head on my hammer. My all-time favourite rapper, I'll be honest, not rapper, but the artist has to be Lil Peep, though, man. I don't know what it is, but Lil Peep is unreal. And I don't even really listen to his music as they're sad, man. Some of his tunes are just fucking hard. Like I don't know what it is, because he's very gothic, and I ain't gothic at all, as you can probably tell. But the tunes, bro, are so hard. I don't go break even. I love you, man. This big cat, yeah. Save that shit. Oh. Tell me you can say that shit. You know what? We're putting a little peep tune on. This song goes so hard, man.
Tell me you can say that shit. All she want is payback for the way I always play that shit. You ain't getting nothing else. Don't tell me you ain't. I feel like them other motherfuckers. I could make you rich. I can make you this, baby. I can make you that. I can take you there. Baby, you won't make it back. Growing sick of this.
We're in by the skin of our helmet.
I'll make you scared, baby, won't you take me back?
What do you reckon for GU, boys?
Nothing like them other motherfuckers, I can make you rich. Nothing like them other motherfuckers, I can make you rich. Mama, like you say that, girl, don't tell me I can say that shit. All she want is payback for the way I always play that shit. You ain't getting nothing that I'm saying.
I still like the looks of GU. Really. It's just the news for the dollar is not making it great.
Baby, I can make you that. I can take you there. Baby, you won't make it back. Growing sick of this, and I don't wanna make you sad. Do I make you scared? Baby, won't you take me back?
I think this one goes so hard. This one goes so hard. The beats as well, man. I think Gold might look like it kind of want to continue now, man. Yeah, stock's coming down. Stock's coming down. Bond yield's coming down. We know exactly what the fuck's going on in the markets now, boys. These dollar longs are looking great going into these dollar shorts going into next week look great. Yeah, no, yeah, 100% with GU. I love the look of GU. I'll be honest. Gold continuing where? I don't know. It looks like it. Honestly, looks like it can continue to the downside, really, bro. To be really honest, we're not really supporting this move back up off this DTO. I mean, we'll have a look. If we have a closure below DTO, I can only assume we're continuing down. To be fair. Get up there, boy! There's not really any entries right now. Only thing I would be looking at is really GU. That's kind of it. White wine goes hard. This goes so hard. Took her to the crib and I showed her that I ain't right. And I wake up and I'm still fucking high. But that is kind of it for GU. Took her to the crib and I showed her that I ain't right. Yeah, I like that. Sweep that high, should be coming for that low. That should be it. Push up, motherfucker. Come back up, though, man. I need to see that come back up. I don't know about Gold, lads. It's been a bit shaky by the knees, son. Fuck you, man. I said this as well. I said, watch this not come back to entry. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's it right there. That's unlucky on that GU, man. But boys, I'm a shoot off now, man. I'm gonna tear a shoot. Close guard sales 5:30. That's alright. That's all good, brother. But just note that about gold recently, boys, is no positions are great positions with gold. No position right now is a good position with gold. Just because we're moving, distributing up or distributing down, none of the positions are desired because we are still within this rangy month, which we're probably going to continue to have for the rest of this month, at a bare minimum. Just assume that. We'll actually close below DTL though. But boys, I'm gonna jump off. TikTok, you know the love, man. Hold it. YouTube, you know the love, man. Sweet boys, take care, man. I'll see you, man, in the morning. Pre-London, we go again, bruv. We go again. Sweet lads.